Hey guys, Dr. Hill, welcome out. I'm doing a Gothenburg DG-C116. It's a 56 piece, and let's get started. Hopefully everyone's had a good day, good evening, and a good afternoon. If you're new, please hit that thumbs up and hit the like button, which is the same thing. Turn on your notifications and hit the subscribe button, guys. I do appreciate it, and it will help me grow, and it is also free. But this is Octo with Octo Modeling Kits, and we should get busy. You guys want to be careful, make sure you don't accidentally end up breaking, because these are actually sort of thin, a lot thinner than what I was expecting. I need 2 A2s. I do stream normally every Wednesday. Days could change on Wednesday. From Wednesday, I don't know yet. Just depends on how everything goes. I was trying Wednesday out, so I might make it on Tuesday. I don't know yet. Let's see, I need A3, A8, A3. Here we go. Be careful, because they have little spikes here, and the pieces do like to get stuck, and it could break it. So we'll get this pieces done. Sorry for me getting in the way. Put that in the middle. Oops. And don't be a fumble bumble like me, because I'll end up breaking something if I'm not careful. But of course, if you talk to any modeler, you're going to break something. So, I mean, it's really easy to do. You just have to have some wood glue to fix it if you do break it. I also, besides wood kits, I do Lego style. I do like block Lego, block builds. I got Airfix coming. Should be here within a day or two. A4. There we go. Let's see, that should go there. Sorry for the quiet, guys. I was trying to figure out, because the directions on this thing isn't actually the best on that. So unfortunately, that's just the way it is. And we're on to A5. A5, A6, A7, and A8 is the next few pieces I will be pulling out and put them in exactly the same order. Be careful, make sure you actually get it on correctly, because when you pull off, that's when you, or if you put it on wrong, that's when accidents do happen. And like me, I end up normally breaking something. Not saying you guys will, but I definitely do. And we'll do 86. Get that off. And go ahead and pop out A7 and A8. And it's starting to become a little tiny boat. And here's A8. You gotta make sure it's down, because you'll need it to be correct in order to put the rest of the pieces on. So you gotta make sure it fits tight up in there, because otherwise you're gonna have problems when you start putting it the rest of the way together. And then the last piece is A8, and that goes back here. And we have start doing a little bit of a boat now. Looking good, guys. I do stream to YouTube, Kick, and Twitch, by the way, on this. Let's see, next we'll need A9 and A10. A9 goes on the bottom, A10 goes on the top. hopefully that lines up. That one's a little bit of a tight fit, but got it in there anyways. Sorry for being out of focus for a second, guys. Switch this side. And there's the front. Let's see, we need a 16, a 13, and two A16s. And one 13. This is where it gets sort of tricky because these are small pieces right here. I already broke this, but I already got the piece off from that. But well, there's 116 out. And there's the other one, and we also need 13. And then I'll put those 3 on, and then we'll go to the next section. So the 16 goes on the side here. But I do my current build I'm getting ready to actually start is a Sea Stallion CH-53 transport helicopter that I will be working on. I will probably be doing that during the live stream, so stay tuned. I'm not sure if it will be on a Tuesday or a Wednesday yet, guys, so just sort of have your notification bell on so you'll get notified. Also, you could join the Discord, and that way you can talk to me about models or just gaming or whatever. I do game. And just like that, you gotta watch your parts because I just started putting it on backwards, and I do that a lot if I'm not careful, especially if you get too busy talking. But I got the other side on correctly. Now let's see. Let's see how this piece goes. This piece goes like this. And it goes right here. So that piece is on. And now we're on to the next step, which is B8, 14, 12, 11, and 14. The only thing I don't like about this instructions, it just sort of gives you a generalization that gives you all those parts all in one step. So you got to figure out what step you actually have to do first before you put it on. So let's do 14 first. And pop that down there. That looks good. Okay, we have 12 and 11. We're going to have to put those two together, it looks like, before we put it on the ship. Just as soon as I get the wood out of it. Because it's a flagpole, so we got to do 12. And that goes to here. And then that fits here. Let's see, how does this fit? This has to be fit here. Gotta be careful I'm pushing this down, guys. Okay, I screwed up. See, this is what I was talking about. With the way they have the instructions, you don't know what goes next. So this has to go on first. Get that done, and then this has to go on. Okay, this is getting exasperating, guys. They make this so complicated. There we go. You just have to hold your mouth the right way and angle it the right way. Well, not a bad looking ship so far, guys, if I do say so myself. Like I said, with the way they had these instructions, it's not really the best because it gives you several different things to do all at once in each section, and it should actually make it a little bit simpler, to be honest with you. Let's see, A8, where's A8? No, I need B8, not A8. Let's see, where's A15? Because I We'll have to switch this over to the next one. Now we need B8 and B14. B3, B2, B1, B15, B13, 12, 11, B8. Found those. There's 2 of them, guys, so you need both of them. And then you're looking for B14. Aha, here's B14. Set that there, and then on each side, let me move that out of the way so you guys can see. The picture shows this going downward, so okay. They just fit on top of it, I believe. And this is where accidents can happen. By trying to press it in, you could actually accidental end up breaking it. Then this is where the wood glue comes in, guys, if you accidentally break it. Very tight fit, guys. This actually should have some wax on it, probably, to make it go in a little bit easier. Because you are dealing with very small parts on this, and if you're not really careful, you can easily break it. I do have glue here. If I do break it, I'm just hoping I don't. But it is a very tight fit. This is I would recommend definitely having some wax on this. Because maybe even some sandpaper. And see, this piece is over here, so that's sort of popped out, so you gotta put that back in. Sometimes it wouldn't hurt to glue it if it doesn't want to stay in for whatever reason. I would recommend putting some glue on it. And that looks there, and then that goes right here. I know I'm blocking the camera, guys, and I'm sorry because it has to go in sideways here, right there. And I'm trying to get that on. There we go. And now for the next picture, we got a whole lot of little tiny pieces. So might as well do on top of here first, which on top of there. Which is A19, A20, and A21 on both sides. I'll pop them out first. It wasn't necessary to hurt having a toothpick or something to help pop these out, guys, to make it easier so you don't end up breaking it. There's A20. I just used a little piece off the piece that I already took out here, like one of these. But you, like I said, you can always have a toothpick or something that won't break it. Some modeling pieces or something like that. And A19. So let's start from the bottom up, and we go A19 on each side. Push this back a little bit so you guys can see. And this side is also make sure you don't lose your pieces, guys, because there is actually no spare parts on this thing. Well, that goes the first one. Wait a minute here, make sure I didn't do a boo-boo. Okay, I'm going to start on the top, guys, because this is what you got to do when you're modeling. You got to, especially when you're not used to doing this. So okay, from what the picture shows, the very top one stays empty. So I'm doing the next one down. There's that first piece. Now underneath that, oh, hold on a second, guys. These is always a good recommendation, guys. Firstly, for a small pieces where you can easily maneuver and make it a little bit easier to get on. My own personal opinion. There might be some people out there disagree with me, but this is what. That way you don't actually end up hurting your hands so much when you're doing this. And there's the second one. And here's the third one. And flip that around. And carefully get that piece in. Of course, if you know what you was doing and knew if this was a little bit better picture, you could just do from the bottom up, which would be a lot better. Then we need B13 to go on the very bottom there. let's see, make sure I get this right. Flag pointing the opposite direction. Let's see, we're working with B9, B6, and B5. And that's on each side. Sometimes the pieces would actually sticks to the back of it, so sorry about the cough, guys. B5. And B9. There's that one and that one. So this is here, I believe. Nope, it's like this. Let's see, boats facing this way. And then the upper hold on a second, guys. This picture's awful small. So I believe this is the way it's showing. Yep, it is. Gotta carefully push that down in the holes. Don't want to break it. And then there's that side done. Besides the B6 and the B5, you put those two together. And then that goes right here. And be careful not to break your staff there, guys. Again, they could do a little bit better on the instructions instead of putting all this crap together. There's that one, and this time I'll put these two together and put it on the other side. And then put the side on. Yeah, you gotta try to be very, very careful with this because it will break really easy. There we go. There's those two. And then this one fits on this side. There we go. That goes. I want to use my pliers because that's sort of a tight fit down here now. And just to make sure, wanting her to do this side too with them. See that it's actually went down a little bit there also. This is why I like having these pliers. There we go. And let's see what's left. We need a B9, A17, and A18. So since that's on top, we'll go with B17. No, B9, sorry. Nope, wrong one. This is so close together, guys. I'm sorry. It's A17 and A18. I already did the B9s, but the things are so close together. I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a second once I get this other one out. But this is a small instructions that I'm dealing with, guys. Sorry. There we go. That's the instructions. So they're really tiny, and my eyesight is not the best on this. And A17. I do not actually recommend using the pliers to push them out. If you do, be very, very careful, because it will break fairly easily. So just a forewarning, guys. If you do use pliers, be very, very, very careful. I mean, especially if you're a young kid, you know, maybe have your parents help you with some of this. If you're an adult, just be careful. Because when you don't think you're going to break it, you end up breaking it. I already broke several pieces myself, and let's just say it's not the best. And let's see, it goes right in the middle. And there's the tail end on that. Now to the next section. We need B16, A15, B18, B17, B18, and B15. So let's go ahead and get the A15, which is here. And then we'll go with B15. Which is here. So B15, A15, I need B18. Okay, we'll put the B18s together. Let's see, does that piece actually come? Say there's another piece here, I think that's going to have to be popped out. I'm going to go ahead and pop it out because it looks like it's supposed to be popped out. So if not, then I will put them to the side and actually put them back in real quick if need be. So we need it this way. And I was right, it does need to come out. So move this out of the way so you guys can see what I'm doing. And I'm putting this side on this side of it. There's that section. Then I need B17. And that goes in the front. And snap that in. And push it back together. 15, which goes this way. And then B16, which goes up here. And this is where the pliers comes in handy again for me. And that way there's that right there, like that. And then this fits on the tail end, going this way. And I just knocked something else off. So what happens when you got big clumsy fingers like mine? Well, that snapped in just as long as it don't crack. And I'll put this back on. And see, pieces right back on there. Easy fix. And let's see, next one we need 2 B10s, 2 B20s, and a B7. So move that out of the way while I'm getting pieces. There's 120, 1 B20. Sorry about that, guys. 2 B20s. 2 B10s, which I'll put back here. So that way I don't get them mixed up. I mean, some people would just take it out, but I went ahead and go do all 3. And then I also need the B7. Which I'll put right there, standing up. So we'll do the B7 first. And there's B7 there. Don't worry guys, we do have a platform to put it on, so don't worry, it will stay. Next we'll do both B10s. Which is right here. It goes in this side hole here. And then you lean it over. Let me show you guys. Then you lean it, push it in here. And there you go. Now we've got to do the same thing to this side. We push it in there, and then you lean it into that and move that back a little bit on the mast and pop that in. And then there's both sides. Then you have the back section. Which you do the same thing back here. Straight down. And then you push it in. And there's that side, and then we do the same thing on this side. And then you carefully push that on without breaking it, hopefully. And now you got that side done. It's sort of top heavy right now. We need B1, B2, and B4. Just get that out of the way for right this minute. There's B1. We'll do that first, and that goes. Be very careful with this because this is very flimsy, guys. It is easily to break. I've had this on other projects and I actually broke them. So, and they are meant to bend, but be careful because they will break, like I said. And then there's that. Now you sort of have to hold it up temporary. Now it will lean a little bit, guys, not a big deal. And we'll go with the B2 next. And put it here. I'm trying to get my fingers out of the way. And then you flip it up carefully. And you push that in there and push that in there. And there's the two. Now we need the B4 which is also similar to the other two we just put in. And it goes down here. And this is tight fit, guys, so I'll move it up a little bit so you can see better. You're actually feeling like you're going to break this sucker. So, but there we go. Just take it slow, guys. Don't get in a hurry. And hopefully, if you do break it, they do glue back, because I have broken before. Okay, so next is B3, which is just like the other three we just put on. But you can actually snap it just as you're pulling it out, guys. So, and then that goes here. Oops. Ooh, that was close right there, guys. I almost broke that. Just trying to put it in. So, like I said, be very careful, guys. And I'll put that back up a little bit, and now you can see the top of it. It's sort of top heavy right now because we haven't got the base on it yet, and that's actually the last thing we gotta do. So that's B19. We need 2 B12s and 2 B11s. There's 1 B11. There's 2 B11s. There's a B12. And the other B12. Again, I like using my pliers. And see, that will work up until you have to push them in to make them fit. I do like having the pliers to help push. Actually, I probably need to hold the pliers and just push with my fingers. Yep. There's that one. And again, hold the bigger part with the pliers and put the smaller one in with your fingers. And then we put those in here. get this side done. Then oops. See, this is what I'm saying about those pictures. I got these upside down. So I got to flip these around, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, I gotta try to use the pliers, because pushing too much and finger starts hurting. Okay, there's that one. Now we're getting on the right track, guys. And then that came off. Not perfect, guys, but and that one needs to actually go sideways here to hold the ship. That was my mistake. And oops, see, that one almost actually broke too. So we got to be very careful, guys. That's going to have to come back off, and I'm going to have to put it back in. You got to make sure you guys get them in there good, or this is what happens. So if they keep coming off, guys, easiest thing to do is actually glue it in. So I did it again. This has to be coming out and this has to be switched. I don't want that loosened. Nope, this way. So you gotta make sure your goes go and put it in the right direction. That came off. Sorry for taking so long, guys. This is the last piece I need. And then you put the boat, the ship, I should say, not the boat. And the other piece fell off. Just a second, guys. And now that's 100% complete. And there's the ship. Well, guys, this is Octo from Octo Modeling Kits. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Please hit the like button, turn on notification. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button. That helps me out with YouTube's algorithm. And hopefully I'll catch you guys on the live stream. And I appreciate everyone watching. And if you want to see more of this, please leave a comment below. Thanks. Bye.